What's going on YouTube? It's Kevin and Mikkel. We are back with a new video. Surprisingly, we are back because I thought I was going to have a day off. But you know, it's alright. I just want to start this video off making sure that y'all click that thumbs up button. If you're watching on your phone, on your iPad, on your Xbox, on your PlayStation, click that thumbs up button. Also make sure that you share this video. Shout out to those that's using that hashtag The Scorpion Show. As y'all know, y'all shout outs come up on the bottom of the screen every time I see it on Twitter, so make sure that y'all keep using it and telling people about the Scorpion Show. Also, this Sunday, if you live in the Philadelphia area, Tweet is having a concert. It's the return of the Hummingbird this Sunday at the Hard Rock Cafe. The show starts at 7, and I think it's over around 10 or 11. And she's also having an after party at Miss Tootsie's. So if you want to come on out and celebrate, you can go to hrcphilly.com/events to get your ticket for Sunday's show. And also, we are interviewing Tweet tonight. So look for that video on Saturday. And if you still ain't get your ticket, hopefully you will get your ticket so you can come to the concert. Because of course we're going to be there, and a lot of other celebrities and a lot of fans of the show will be there. So shout out to y'all. I forgot where I was about to go, but you know, let's talk about Tuesday night's State of the Union address. Now, I didn't get a chance to watch the whole thing, but I did DVR it, and the parts that I did catch was mainly towards the end, where Obama was just preaching about how everybody needs to work with everybody and everybody needs to stop getting on the news and getting on these shows and bashing everybody. I mean, he just was preaching to me, and I didn't watch the whole thing, but it just seems like he's at this point where he's just fed up and everybody needs to work with each other so we can become a better union. So I know you had a chance to watch it, so can you tell us what went on?
The State of the Union, it was pretty good. President Obama basically talked about, you know, things, you know, how good the union is from what it was a few years ago, and of course there's a lot that needs to be done. He also focused on how the Republicans and Democrats need to come together to work on a lot of key issues, such as equal pay for women, such as funding for child care for women, well, not just for women, but for single parents or whatever the case may be. It was a lot of stuff that he talked about that was just really, really good. And watching the State of the Union, he had this confidence about him that I was just like, wow, like he's really, really, really feeling himself. Not in an arrogant way, but he's feeling himself because, truth be told, in the past few months, we've seen a lot of things turn around that were just shitty a year or two ago. A lot of people like myself who drive are just like ecstatic that gas prices have gone down over $2. Like a few months ago, last summer or whatnot, it was like 4 something, close to 4 something in certain parts of the country. I heard in California it was like over $5 a gallon. Now it's like $2.30 something. Today I saw the lowest. I saw this gas station around where I live at is like $2.31. There were a few people telling me the gas where they live at is like $1.90 something, $2. So I mean, like, that's a big turnaround. That really is a big turnaround from where it was just a year ago. You know, so I mean, the State of the Union, I think that a lot of people should always, whenever, because it's only once a year, it's always in the beginning of the year, I think a lot of people should try to definitely watch the State of the Union address to see what it is that the president is mapping out for the coming year, what it is that this country and the government needs to work on that they did not work on effectively in the past year. No matter if it is a Republican or a Democratic president who's in office that's giving the State of the Union, it is important that everyone watches it. Of course, the big highlight for a lot of people was when, you know, it's so funny because he was making a statement about how he has no more campaigns to run, but then the Republican side, they got excited. Of course it was shade. They got excited like, yeah, we're happy you ain't got it. And then he turned around and said, well, yeah, because I won both of them. So, and that was the cherry on top of the icing. Like, it was just like, you know, y'all throwing shade, and I'm not saying this to be shady about me having no more campaigns to run. I'm actually going forth to say something else, but now I have to be shady because now y'all throwing shade. It's like every time President Obama steps at the podium to give the State of the Union address, he's being heckled or ridiculed by the Republican side. Remember what, 2 years ago when one of the Republican people called him a liar while he was doing State of the Union?
Yeah.
Shout out, you a liar.
Yeah. Something I noticed is that when Obama was saying that he wanted equal pay for women, John Boehner really looked down on that. Like his face frowned up. And, you know, it's just sad that we live in a country where women can do the same work as men and don't get paid the same. And I want to know, why does that still exist? If you really want to do something about it, we should have been made those changes a long time ago. Maybe we should put something in the law stating that if workers get paid for doing that job, everybody needs to get paid the same. Not unless it comes time for your, you know, to get your raise. But otherwise, don't let two people come in at the same time and he's getting paid more because he's a man and she's getting paid less because she's a woman. Right. That's just not cool. Not how it should work. And another thing is that I don't know what all the different states are doing for minimum wage, but I do think that there should be a set minimum wage for the whole United States. There should be a minimum wage of at least maybe $10. Well, certain states I know you can't because certain places cost more to live in, but there needs to be like a good minimum wage wherever you live at. Or if they could do a federal minimum, well, the minimum is what, $7? But they need to boost that up and then have the different states, if they, based on the cost of living, it should be a good minimum wage for people to make. That's just how I see things. I just really wish that the Republicans and the Democrats can work together and all that stuff. Instead of trying to get rid of Obamacare, why not work together to see what places you can improve it? Because a lot of people do need to get that health care, and some people can't afford the prices that it costs for it, so why not pay the low income, the low cost for Obamacare instead of just saying, oh, let's just get rid of it, let's just trash it. I'm just so tired of seeing every time I turn on TV, you got one news station that's for the Democrats, one for the Republicans, one that claims to be independent, but they're not. Let's just everybody work together. This is a fucking country, and you know what? We are going to have a lot more problems, and we got terrorists fucking living here, and we just don't know when they are going to strike. We got so much going on in the country, and everybody's just fighting each other. We need to just all work together and make this a better fucking country, to me. Because I'm just tired of seeing all the, oh, she going to do this and he going to do that, and this person's going to make this country bad, and we want to impeach him, and he's not a great president, but you don't want to work with him. Like, it's just too much, and this has been going on for 6 years, and it needs to stop. He only has 2 more years. Let this man do what he has to do and keep it moving, because he's been doing so much for this country, and so much has changed since he's been in office, and nobody recognizes that. All they want to do is say, oh, he's a food stamp president, oh, he's doing this, he's doing that. Like, come on. Then you want to get mad when he's talking about what's going on in our country as far as the racial tensions. There's just so much racial tensions going on. How can he not talk about what's going on? How dare you be upset that he speaks about what's going on? Oh, well, he didn't talk about so-and-so. So the fuck what? You got people burning down a city, and you're mad because he's saying something about it. Or he didn't say what you want him to say. No, he can't say everything you want him to say. No, he's the president. He's not just your president. He's the whole the president of the United States. So from what I've seen from the State of the Union address, I did like it, and I did DVR it on CNN, so I will watch the whole thing. And I did get a chance to watch the Republican response, and I just felt that it was disrespectful that they decided not to even, you know they had their rebuttal to what he says, but she's like, fuck that, I'm not going to do a rebuttal. I am new, I am from Iowa, and I used to be in the military and some stuff, and I just want to talk about what our values is, now that we're running the House and, what she said, the House, what's the other one? The House of Representatives and
the Senate?
The Senate. And what they want to do to move forward. And, a lot of people just bashed her. It did look like a Saturday Night Live skit. It really did. but I listened to what she said. But it just seemed like, oh, we want to do things different. We want to get rid of Obamacare. Come on, work with the president here. So, yeah. So let's talk about this in Miami, how the police chiefs approved of, the police. What is going on in their phone?
Nothing. I'm talking about our interview with Tweet tomorrow with her management. Do you mind?
Oh, okay.
Because they're hitting me up now.
Oh, shit. I'm like, what is going on?
You talking and I'm working.
Well, all right. So, excuse me. So, the police chief, he was asked by NB6 investigators, why are their police using mugshots of black people as human targets? And he was saying, oh, this is just something that we use. We just use old mugshots. It doesn't have nothing to do with it being racial or anything like that. He was just talking like it was okay. Yeah. Well, what had happened was one of the people.
What had happened was?
Yeah, what had happened was one of the guys that was used as a mugshot, his sister is a member of the National Guard who was actually using the same target range. And she happened to see these photos in the trash can.
And one of them was her brother.
And one of them was her motherfucking brother. Wow. So, that set the family off, yes. And they using mugshots from 12 years ago and thinking that it's okay to use as targets. And what the guy said on the police investigation is, I spoke to 5 different police departments. And he said, when we do target practice, we buy from a commercial vendor. Mm-hmm. We are not using pictures of human beings. And to me, that's just making it easy for cops that maybe don't like black people or want to claim, oh, I fear for my life, to just go ahead and shoot somebody or, aim directly at the eyes. Like the eyes was blown out, the mouth. I mean, they were good shots that these officers did on these pictures of the people. And, the chief was so cocky, it was kind of like him saying, like, the next time we'll make sure that they're not seen. Like, we won't throw them in the trash, we'll just take them. No, like, that's just not cool to do.
Right.
And so once the people of Miami found out what was going on and found out they had different relatives on there, it was time for a community meeting. And them people went off to where one of the women that was on the police force, she had to apologize for the police chief because she was like, "You're right, this is not right," and everything like that. But he went on TV saying that.
He apologize for himself.
Oh, because he didn't want to apologize. Then they're like, "No, since he don't want to apologize, we want his job." I don't think it's right that you're using any pictures of anybody. I wouldn't want my picture. I don't give a fuck if it's a mugshot, a graduation picture, a wedding picture. Okay. Don't use my photo
of me. It's on Instagram. Just sitting.
No,
don't use any of them.
Or and it's never mind. Just don't do it. Just don't
do it.
Just don't do it.
Yes,
don't
the drawer is closed today.
Yes, thank God.
Yes.
So don't. I just didn't think that was right. And I'm glad that the people actually stood up and fought for it, and now they are banned from using images of black people or anybody
for that matter.
As much
black, white, you should use anybody. That's not cool.
If you wanna shoot at anything, go fucking buy the pictures and shoot at them like you do at a normal gun range. Shows the black, it's black on white paper, showing where you shot. Why can't you just do that? You don't use no fucking pictures of people and shoot it and think that it's okay, and then get on the news and be so cocky and say, oh, we just won't get caught the next time. Fuck you. He needs to be fired. And then he needs to be fired. Who this? Oh, hey Daniel. Hey Daniel, I know you're watching. So, and thank you for the basket that you sent my mom. Oh my God, wait, before I get to the next story, Daniel, my friend from New Orleans, he didn't even, first of all, he asked me for my address because he has a card of mine that he's supposed to mail to me. So it's this big package downstairs. I'm like, well, who this package for? And it was for my mom. So, like one of my friends sent you a package or whatever. I opened it. It had all of this New Orleans stuff in there. It had masks. It had T-shirts. It had like chips, the kettle chips that they have down there, which I love. And they got all different kind of flavors. He had like red beans and rice. He sent her beans and hot. So it was just like a New Orleans care package.
Aww.
And I just want to say thank you so much, Daniel, for surprising my mom with that. He didn't even tell me that he was sending it. So shout out to Daniel. And by the way, my mom will be back when she's ready to record, because she just don't look like she's ready to record, and I don't want my mom on camera like that. She keeps saying that I'm not trying to, but no, you're not even, you still sick a little bit. And I don't want her on camera coughing and all of that stuff. So she is coming back, so please be patient. So, there was this, around New Year's Eve, there was this, what happened? You true.
I didn't say nothing. I didn't say
I said you like,
no.
I
didn't say anything. I was just listening to the next story.
Yeah, she's coming back.
Right, I was just listening.
I thought you was trying to be shady.
No, I don't try.
Oh, okay. I wouldn't do it. Not today.
Please, not today. Please. No, but no. Go ahead.
So around New Year's Eve or New Year's, right before New Year's, there was this shooting in New Jersey where I believe it was in Bridgeton, New Jersey. It's not too far from Philadelphia, where they were saying that the cop shot this guy, and the people was I remember the news story. People saying we knew that once he got shot that he was going to die, and a lot of people was upset because they were saying that the man had his hands up when he got shot. Now, this is my thing. I watched the video. You don't really see
now the video you're talking about is from the dashboard camera.
From the dashboard camera
of the cop car.
Because it got everything.
Because they pulled him over. It was just a stop.
He was pulling him over because he was saying that, you ran the stop sign. They were saying, oh, no, we didn't know. And he's like, oh, yeah, it was on Pine Street where you did the thing.
Letting him know where he ran the stop sign.
Yes, he's like, the cop was real cool, talking like, talking regular.
A regular traffic stop.
Yeah, and he was just like, he was saying like, how you doing, blah, 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 blah. Like, it was just
a routine, regular traffic stop.
Yes. So he says, let me see your license and registrations. Soon as that gun compartment opens up, the cop sees the gun. The other guy comes to the other side of the car.
The cop that's on because it's two cops.
The cops on the passenger side
sees the gun.
Yes. So he's telling the driver, at first he's like, get this. He was saying, get the driver out the car, and then he was saying, he was telling the other guy, don't move, don't you fucking move.
Now because I'm sorry to cut you off, but I know this is very, very minute. It's very, very minute to what actually happened. But when and where did the profanity come in? Because
right after the cop seen the gun?
Yeah, because a lot of people were, because like I said, I didn't watch the video, I just read the story. And a lot of people were upset because they said once the cop saw whatever he saw, that's when he became really, really hostile towards them and started using all this profanity.
Yes.
So I was thinking, but
because I think that's when the cop seen the gun, that's probably when he probably thought that, oh, they might do something to me.
Yeah,
so he's like, don't fucking move, like, don't move.
Yeah, but at the same time, that's kind of jumping to conclusions. You see a gun in the glove compartment. They don't have the gun on them. You just see it in the glove compartment. So what's the purpose of you saying, don't fucking move, rather than saying, okay, why do you have this gun?
Because first of all, we know how cops talk.
We do know how cops talk, but what I'm saying is, this is, like I said, I didn't see the video, but this is some of the problems that people have with the police department, because they feel as though the police department jumps to conclusions before there's even a conclusion to jump to. Why would you become all hostile towards these two men when you see a gun? Okay, I understand you see a gun, and now naturally you want to know why this gun is in the car. But why are you now making a situation hostile that does not have to be hostile?
He's not making it hostile. Let me ask you something.
Well, you just said he just started cussing him out.
Yeah, he did curse him out.
Why?
If I was a cop and I seen a gun, I would curse you out too.
But why? But that's
ain't nobody.
Question.
If you a cop and you
I'm not going to curse you out.
Ain't nobody going to be all calm like, don't move, don't.
No. Nobody's not going to be my.
It's because there has to be something.
No, listen to what I'm saying. Either you're not telling the whole story, or I need to listen to the video.
How about we pause the video and you watch the video?
Because what I'm saying to you is, listen to what I'm saying, because what you're saying is he went to go reach for his license and stuff, and he opened the glove compartment and there was a gun. Bam, there's a gun. So now why all of a sudden there's a gun and don't fucking move, don't fucking move. Why not? Okay, why do you have this gun? Or I need y'all to both put your hands up. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying.
Because why is it now jumping from 0 to 100?
Let me tell you why it's jumping from 0 to 100. Because first of all,
isn't that why people get killed?
And this is why people get killed, because a lot of people be quick to shoot cops too. And mind you, this is not the first time that he stopped this person. This person has resisted arrest before that was killed. And the same cop that pulled them, the same cop that pulled them over.
He didn't know that at the time.
He pulled the guy over before.
But he didn't know that at the time.
It doesn't matter.
When he pulled him over the first time, that was over a year ago. Let me tell you something. People don't know what's going to happen to them, and cops don't know what's going to happen to them. So if I'm pulling you over and I have a gun, if I'm pulling you over and I see you have a gun in your car, oh, I'm going to snap 100%. I'm going to go off because you have a gun. And who's to say what you're going to do? So if I see that gun, my first thing is survival mode. Don't you fucking move, because I'm seeing the gun. Nobody's going to say, oh, why do you have a gun in your car when you can easily pull that gun and I'm not
shoot
asking
him?
you to say that.
Nobody's going to think like that.
But you know why people should think like that? Because that's how more people stay alive. Who's to say if this man didn't have a license to carry that gun? He may have had a license instead of the cop. Instead of the cop asking him, did he have a license for it? Instead of him saying, do you have a license for that weapon? He either said yes or no. And then you go to another precaution. But just to say, put your fucking hands up and make the situation go from 0 to 100. That's all I'm saying. If you see a gun in somebody's car, you have no clue whether or not they have a license for that or not. So why didn't he ask him if he had a license for that?
Well, I wasn't there, but let me tell you
see the point that I'm making?
I understand what you're saying, but you know what? In the heat of the moment,
that guy didn't even think about shooting that cop.
Mikkel, in the heat of the moment, I'm not going to just come to my mind, oh, do you have a license to carry that gun? Again, it's survival mode, because you don't know what's going to happen because he has a gun right there.
That is absolutely, you are absolutely right.
Don't move.
But I can see if it was survival mode. I would totally agree with you if this guy had the gun on his hip, or if he had it in his hand, and this cop saw this guy walking around, but the gun was in his glove compartment. There's two cops on either side of this car. If this guy goes to reach for this gun, he got a bullet in his left head and a bullet in his right head. So it's, to be quite honest with you, were these cops in true danger? You got two cops standing outside of the car. When they come to you, they got their hand on their gun.
If you would have watched the video, I know you said you didn't want to see it because it was graphic.
Yes.
But if you would have watched the video, you didn't see any blood. You seen what happened. You didn't like when somebody gets shot. There's blood everywhere, but then go down like that. But this is the thing. Now, if he is going to ask him to, is he licensed to carry that gun or whatever? That question comes after you get him out the car. Now, once I see the gun, just listen. Because once I discover you have a gun, I'm going to tell you, don't move. Put your hands up. Don't move. While on the other side of the car, he told the cop, get him out of the car. But for whatever reason, that guy had his hands out, so he wasn't moving. The driver, his hands are both his hands are out on the left side of the car, like, I ain't nothing I can do. I'm not doing anything. So
they both probably was scared, because now this cop is cussing at them.
Let me tell you something.
Shut the fuck up, get out the car.
Now let me tell you something. If a cop cursing at me, and I'm sitting in the car, I am going to listen to everything that cop says.
Right.
Now that we got to that point, again, driver, his hands are out of the window. So there's no need to pull him out of the car when you got the other cop have a gun pointing at him. Because now we discovered that you have a gun. And again, so much been going on, you don't know if the person's going to shoot the cop or the cop's going to shoot the person. Now this is what happened. He told him, don't move. He told him a good 5-6 times, don't move, don't you fucking move, I will shoot you. Now, while the passenger is trying, he's like, don't get out the car. He's trying to get out of the car. And the cop is telling you, don't get out the car. So soon as he pushes the cop off the car, the cop shot him. Because you don't know in that moment what's going to happen. Now, I don't know if...
Yes, in that moment, but I'm not talking about that moment.
But what moment are you talking about?
I'm talking about the moment when he first saw the car. You don't jump to when he's getting out the car. You and I already agreed that he shouldn't have got out the car. But I'm talking about when he first opened the glove compartment. There was no reason for them to go from 0
Again,
to 100.
I already said why. Because when you see a gun, it's survival mode, just like that. You're not going to ask, oh, do you have a license to carry that gun? Hell no, you're not going to ask that.
Why not? That's proper protocol. You're supposed to ask that.
No, he's not. No, get him out of the car first. Get him out of the car first, and then ask that. But
I'm sorry,
but if I see a gun,
I'm sorry.
If I see a gun, I'm going to say, don't fucking move.
I didn't know that cops weren't supposed to ask them, did they have a license to carry?
I didn't say they're not supposed to, but in that moment, you're not going to think like that. Oh,
but you should. See, listen to what you're saying. You should think like that, because in that moment, that goes. You know what?
In today's time, today's
time is tough. But let me tell you something. You can't say, oh, but in that moment, I'm not thinking like that. But you should think like that, because that is somebody's life. It's somebody between their life or death. Like, why would you say, oh well, I should have asked him that, but I didn't. It's a shame. I was scared.
It's a shame that happened. Like, what? It's a shame that happened.
This is why we have so many people.
That guy shouldn't have gotten out the car.
And then you know what happens?
He should have never got out the car.
No, I agree with you. He should have never got out the car, and that's not where I don't disagree, because I do disagree, and I think I already said that. What I disagree with you at is, yeah, I do agree, but what I disagree with that whole escalation point with the glove compartment, because this is my thing. If people, and we talked about this before in our videos, and that's why I'm kind of shocked that you're not listening. But
don't say that I'm not listening. I'm listening.
Because we talked about this, we just talked about this in our past videos. Cops need to know how to handle situations rather than jump and escalate to conclusions. Okay, somebody has a gun in their car. Yes, he has a gun. Yes, I would imagine that the cops would be on alert if he has the gun. But that does not mean that you turn around, shut the fuck up, be quiet, because you're like, well, wait a minute. It's a gun in my car. I don't have the gun in my hand. You see the gun. I'm not trying to kill nobody.
Don't fucking move. Don't you fucking move. Don't get out of the car. He's still trying to, I will shoot you, I will kill you
if
you get out the car.
You know what that sounds like? This story sounds like when he said don't fucking move, but before that he asked him to give him his license and registration. And I know
what you're talking about.
Like
I know, but that was different.
That
was totally different.
I'm sorry, I didn't finish that. But like most drivers, their license and registration, well, not the license, but the registration's up in their glove compartment, so I'll go to reach for it. It kind of reminds me of when that cop told that guy, don't move. Oh no, give me your license and registration. He had to go reach for it, and he shot him. And it's like, but you told him to go get it. Okay, I'm reaching for something that you asked for.
Those are two different situations.
But you're not listening to what I'm saying.
I am. Well, what are you trying to say?
Well, I have not yet finished what I'm trying to say. That's why you're not listening, because I haven't even finished. But what I'm saying is, the cops, instead of letting this guy is doing what you asked him to do. He's not denying or hiding anything. He's reaching in his glove compartment because that's where it's at. He didn't, once he opened the glove compartment, apparently he didn't go to reach for the gun or grab the gun. He opened the glove compartment and the cop saw the gun. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes or no? Because I didn't see it. You did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I didn't see what went on in the car.
Yeah, but I'm saying, he saw the gun. So the guy didn't reach for the gun or anything. Okay, so then my thing is, it went from 0 to 100 within a matter of seconds because he saw this gun, rather than saying, well, do you have a license to carry this gun?
But Cal, nobody is going to say that.
But they should say that.
No, let me get out the car first.
Wait a minute.
But let me go back to what you said. About when you talk about what happened in South Carolina. That's not the same, because that cop should have never shot at the guy for telling him to go in the car and show me your license and registrations. He might have thought that guy was going to get a gun, but you know what? He jumped to conclusions too fast. Don't command me to do something. Then when you command me to do it, you shoot me.
Oh, I'm not saying that this cop was wrong for shooting the guy for getting out the car. That's not what I'm saying at all.
But what you're saying is, okay, why? Okay, once he seen the gun,
0 to 100 that
because
fast?
Bitch, if I see a gun, it's going to escalate real fast too. That's just how I see it. And
I just think that we need to have proper protocols, especially police, when we do something, because if they don't follow the rules that they're supposed to follow, then we're going to have more and more shootings like this. Doesn't matter who's right.
No, but you know what? Let me tell you something. When a police officer commands you to do something, it shouldn't be back and forth. Just do what is asked, so we don't have to have these escalation problems. Just do what is asked. Hold your hands up. Don't move. Don't move. If I'm telling you don't get out the car, don't get out the car, don't get out the car. You're still trying to get out the car for what? For what? Why are you getting out the car? You got the one guy cooperate. He already know. All right, the gun is in the car. All right. This guy know I'm getting out the car. As soon as he get out the car, he put his hands up. But why did you escalate it to that? Just listen to what was being said. Now he told you don't move. Okay, maybe he shouldn't say it. Don't fucking. That's not the point. The point is you shouldn't have moved. You shouldn't have done anything. You shouldn't have done anything. Just kept your hands up and don't open the door and push the officer off the door to get out of the car. Because who's to say he might have grabbed that gun while trying to open the door, but he had his hands up so he didn't have a gun. But we don't know what would have happened once he would have got out that car. Would he have tried to attack the officer? We don't know. Yes, he had his hands up when he got out the car. The cop didn't give him a chance to do anything. He shot him. And then I believe the other cop shot him too. But it wouldn't have went that far had that passenger in the car have listened to the officer. And that's just how I feel about it. We have two different opinions. Mikhail feel, okay, once he seen the gun, he should have asked him, are you licensed to carry the gun? So the second
cop shot him. How did he shoot him?
Because the cop was at the door. The cop was at the driver's side door. He was right there to make sure didn't nothing go on. So when one cop shot, the other cop shot. So, you know, that's just what happened. And you know this, I would love to read your comments. What do y'all think should have happened? Because you know this they're going to go on and on about that. So, yeah, we just have two different opinions. And I want you to know that I was listening to everything that you said. I just don't agree. And we just disagree.
What's the next topic?
Which is very rare for us. You know, that's
very rare.
In today's world. In today's time, yes. We don't have them drag down debates like we used to. But he said that.
Well, yes, we do.
When the last time we had a good one?
Those drag down debates used to be the whole video. But anyway, got time for that.
So TLC and that Kickstarter.
Can you please explain to me this story? Yeah. Because I saw this on my timeline and I wasn't understanding.
Yeah. So Kickstarter is basically where you want to start a project and you need help. So what you do is you ask people to donate to your project. Let's say like the Scorpion Show. We need money to
have a barbecue.
Yeah, have a barbecue. Or I was going to say, as a project, like let's do we're going to do a talk show. So we need high definition cameras.
Right. We ask people to donate.
And what we would do is say like, all right, if you donate $25, we'll probably give you a phone call, or you could go out to lunch with us or something like that. Or like we'll call you via Skype. So you set these different price points, and people donate what they want to donate. Either they're donating to help your cause, or they're donating to get one of the perks from donating a certain amount of money. Now on this particular Kickstarter, they if you donated more than $15, you automatically got money. You automatically get the digital album. But not only that, you got a list of their favorite songs and had their autographs, and they just had they got like 15 to 20 different things. Like some go to the movies with Chili, go to the movies with T-Boz, have a sleepover with them, do a photo shoot, go backstage, sitting within 8 to 10 rows of a concert. I think that it was very fair of what they were offering for people that wanted to get behind their project. And basically what Kickstarter is, you set the date for when you want to get this project started. So they said we want to raise $150,000 by February 28th. If they don't reach that goal, they don't get the money. So you have to reach that goal. And they reached the goal within 3 days. And last time I looked, it was like $180,000 towards the project. And I just think that it was a great thing for them to do. Because I don't know, I feel like they should have capitalized off that movie. That would have been a perfect time to release a new album, and it didn't happen. We found out that they didn't stay with L.A. Reid, and they never really talked about what happened. But they're like, we want to get this last album done, but we need our fans' help. And over 1,500 people donated, including the Backstreet Boys, New Kids on the Block, and Katy Perry. They donated money towards the fund.
So what was the controversy behind it?
Oh, because a lot of people don't think that they should be asking for money from their fans to help them support a project. But see, what they don't know is that real fans, people that love you and people that, just like stands, they will help you out. It's not like they're begging money to survive. They need that extra money for funding towards the project because maybe it's money that they do not have.
Or they can't get.
Yes. Like, nobody's like, oh, we're buying a TLC record. A record label don't want to invest money into them and not get their money back. So,
nowadays you got to use the internet and social media to the best way you can. I'm watching Celebrity Apprentice and I'm noticing that they're doing a lot. Like, for instance, one of the Jonas Brothers is on there, and he was, they had him tweet for his fans to come somewhere, and they came. It's like, because he had like the most followers out of them. So it's like, you got to use it to your advantage. If you know that you have a large following, or you got that fan base, use it. That's what social media is there for. For those of you that don't agree that they shouldn't be doing this, you ain't gotta donate no money. Mind your business.
Like, people just was like clowning them and stuff. Now, bitch, the joker's on you.
Right.
Because then they got what they asked for plus more.
There you go.
Plus more. So I'm happy for them. And Spike Lee got funded through Kickstarter. He got over $1 million for one of his projects. And remember the Reading Rainbow thing? I think LeVar Burton only asked for like $2 million and ended up making over $5 million from Kickstarter. And guess what? He did that in a day. Just to restart Reading Rainbow. Because a lot of these companies don't want to back nobody. So now you got to go out and get your own money and get it started on your own. And you got to have these different perks for it. If you donate this is what I'm going to give you. So I'm happy for TLC. Congratulations. And the album should be out sometime by September. So congratulations to TLC. And I think the last thing we can discuss is Empire. And I just want to give a shout out to the cast of Empire again, because the ratings from last night's show was even higher than the last week and the week before that. So Empire is really catching on, and I really think it's due to Black Twitter, because everybody is tweeting about it. And again, when you keep saying something trend, you won't want to know what the hell everybody talking about. That's how I got hooked onto Scandal, because I didn't want to be a part of the out crowd, not knowing what's going on. So
well, I don't mind being in the out crowd.
No, but bitch, I had to see what was going on, and that show is good. And last week,
House of Cards is coming back on next month.
Oh, fuck House of Cards, bitch! You ain't gonna do Empire like that. You can do Scandal like that.
Don't do it. That's what I'm doing. Scandal. I like Empire. Why would I do Empire like that?
So,
Scandal's okay too, but
it's not on no level with Scandal. I meant House of Cards.
No, it's not.
But Empire last night, we're seeing that Cookie is really pushing towards getting Jamal into being a star, and then we seen Jamal and his father, they now are really going through it, because Cookie went to go see Cuba Gooding Jr.'s character, I forgot his name, but he had this song that they had wrote a long time ago and gave it to Jamal. Jamal performed it at the house. Everybody loved it, even I loved it, bitch. I was like, yes, this song is good. So then was it Lucius? He tried to Barry Gordy, his son, and said, "Oh no, you're not gonna get this song.
We gonna give it to John Legend."
Yeah, we're gonna give it to John.
Who said John Legend wanted that? He just did all of me. Love. He don't want that.
He's saying,
you know, stop throwing these people names in the show.
Yeah, I love it though. I love it.
Because can you imagine President Obama mentioning Lucius as a thing? Okay. Lucius called me. And they'd be like, wait, what?
No Republicans would have went off. And so Cookie, she knows something ain't right between Lucius and her cousin getting killed. And when she told him, she's like, something is chasing you. And it's more than Jamal and everything, like you. And then the cops, you know, they're investigating Lucius because the homeless man, he just said it so clever when he was like, "There's a lion and something." He done snitched on him after getting some beer that
because he went to the Bible.
Okay. He didn't say it was a lion in the bush. What did he say?
He was talking about the lion. He was talking about Daniel. He was talking about, I think it was David who was
David
talking
on the
about.
lion.
And he went from the Bible and then went into calling Lucius the lion, and you know. But you know what I said to my coworkers at work today when we were talking about Empire? I just don't want them to rush through certain story. I don't want them to rush through certain story parts in this show. Like, I feel as though them finding out that them going straight into Lucius being the killer of the cousin is a little too soon.
Too soon.
Like, I just feel as though that should be like a few episodes from now. How the cop just pulled Lucius' picture up and showed the guy was just like, all right, so that means that y'all already had it in your mind that Lucius was the killer. Rather than, you know, murder she wrote-ing it and playing along trying to figure out, you know what I mean? I just think they're moving a little too fast with that. Or maybe they doing it and got something else up their sleeve, but I just want them to slow down on that. You know, hopefully they will, even though the show has already been taped.
Yes, and I seen that it's just so many stars. We seen Gladys Knight, Naomi Campbell, Tasha Smith, Cuba Gooding Jr. Like, we're seeing a lot of cameos on this show.
And a lot of big cameos. Not small. Okay, Cuba Gooding Jr. is an Oscar winner. Gladys Knight is a legendary singer. Naomi Campbell is a legendary model. Like, you got a lot of big black names in this show.
Yes, and Cookie had a Nene Leakes moment because I got my life at the dinner table.
Yeah,
when she said, and she said something about,
in this family we pray.
In this family we pray. No, first of all, I sit at the head of the table because this is my family, and I haven't sat there for a long time.
Yes.
And Lucy's like, oh no, get your ass on down here. And then she was like, I just want to thank God for still blessing whores that send spies on me or something like that. Like, I really got my, like, Cookie is the reason to watch this show. Let's just, like, she just is, like, Taraji P. Henson is just so good at what she do on this show. And we're starting to see Andre become more like a sex symbol on this show. And, like, he was, you know, he was giving it to that deputy mayor in that little 10 seconds. And then his wife going to talk about, call me her name.
Call me, fuck me when you fuck her. And call me what you call her.
Now, are you a thought box like that? You ain't letting that go down.
First of all,
I ain't no thought box.
You tried that, and I'm not even going to answer.
Bitch! No, because see, she just know her role.
She knows.
She knows her role.
And it's going to go by most of them do. And most of them do. That's why they...
Okay.
Because they know. Hey, they accept it. You know? And, you know, just you coming back here to me. So, you know what? So we can be on the same page. Fuck me like you fuck her. And call me what you call her. And then we'll all be happy.
But I just don't see him getting that business. He just really thinks he's going to get this. You are not getting that business. Cookie is going to work.
You know what
I
told my coworkers today? I told my coworkers today, I think that he is going to somehow find out or realize that Lucius is the killer before the rest of the family, and I think he's going to try to blackmail Lucius. Because that's a scheming family.
Yes.
And he really wants that empire.
Yeah, something's going to go down.
I may be wrong, but that's just in the back of my mind. Because Lucius is relying on him to get information about what's going on with this case. And he doesn't know for sure why it is that Lucius wants him, you know what I mean? Yeah. And I think he's going to finally realize it, like, are you?
Yeah. And then that detective, she got Lucius to sign the paper talking about this is for my niece. No, bitch. Lucius, you done signed something to where you're going to have to be subpoenaed to go to court.
Okay.
Because he didn't even look to see what he was signing. He just signed his name.
And Cookie, way to go, Cookie. That's my PO officer. They played that off real smooth, bitch. Didn't they? And he had her all up, he had the feds all up in his office and didn't even know. Fucking dummy. Fucking dummy.
But let me tell you something else I don't like. Well, one thing I don't like is that when it's the end of the show, don't show all of that stuff that's going to happen because it spoils it. It's like, okay, now you're expecting it to happen. Like, surprise me. Surprise me. Don't show me all of that. Let me gag.
Or just show a little bit of what's going to happen in the next episode, not 5 episodes from now.
Yes, they show too much, way too much. Y'all show was doing too good. Start holding some shit back to get people to keep watching. And, you know, this is just so good for Fox because Fox don't get over 10 million viewers. For a regular show, Fox might get like 4 million people. But
weren't they doing that with Glee?
But I'm talking about like one of our shows.
Okay, I was about to say no, but I meant like because Glee was pulling on those numbers, right?
Yeah, Glee was pulling big numbers.
And this is their last season.
And that was on a Friday. I don't know what they read.
I'm about the time. Glee's going. I'm tired of Glee.
So
I mean, don't get me wrong. They was singing.
Glee was good for his moment, and then
especially when they started singing songs that you knew. You're like, oh, okay. But you know,
but if that starts to get old after.
Yeah, it starts to get old. Yeah, all right, yeah.
So it ran.
How much singing can you do in school? When's the work getting done? Where's the homework? Where's the parent-teacher conference?
So, we are going to get up on out of here. Make sure y'all check for that tweet video. And I'm going to try to record some footage from the show on Sunday. So, thank y'all for watching. Y'all have a good weekend and be safe. And also, there's supposed to be this nor'easter, this snowstorm and stuff. Please be careful on how you're driving on that black ice, because it's been a lot of accidents and a lot of car pile-ups. So, you know, be careful when you're out there driving. And, you know, remember, you're not driving for yourself. You're driving for the other people around you. Take that from somebody that doesn't drive. Because I almost got hit by a car Sunday night that skid on black ice on me going out to the club to celebrate.
Thank God they didn't hit you.
Yeah, I'm glad, because you wouldn't have got your check for next week.
You know it. Yeah. I have to go to the bank. I have to go.
You were like, look, they're like, but where's Kevin?
I don't know. Kevin's all right? All right, now, where did you say you put the money? Where? Okay. Don't fuck with me. Let's see what money.
No, nobody does. And when I get something I hate, because a lot of people been saying that their paycheck's been fucked up. Like, don't fuck up my paycheck. I think we had this conversation. People.
Hey, how about this? This is the funny part. So today, I'm not going to say their name because they daughter watch our show. But shout out to you. So today at work, the lady, she's saying, yeah, because I had to go to HR because they messed up my check. So we sitting here talking about it. She said, yeah, you know, they ain't put my overtime on it, my this, that, and the third. So she's like, yeah. So the other lady said, what they said they going to do? They going to mail me out a check. You ain't mailing your work, did you?
So don't buy me no check. Give me my check today.
Give me my check today, okay? Don't mail me shit. I ain't mailing this work.
Okay.
Okay. I came to work. So you gonna give me my check? You gonna mail me shit?
So
mail? I don't live there no more, so you can't mail me that. They give me my check in my hand. Where you live at? The shelter. Now give it to me.
Oh no.
I'm just saying. You know?
So thank y'all for watching. Y'all have a safe weekend, and we will see y'all next week. Peace.
Bye.
Oh my goodness.